Reinvigorate, reinvigorate, reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate. Reinvigorant.
Nice.
Reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate. Reinvigorate.
Reinvigorates. Reinvigorates. Reinvigorates.
Reinvigorate. Reinvigorate. Reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate, 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 reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate, 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 reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate, 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 reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate, 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 reinvigorate. So.
Reinvigorate. 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 Reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate, 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 reinvigorate,
Reinvigorate. Reinvigorate. Reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate, reinvigorate, reinvigorate.
That's a tough word. Willice, how are you this evening? Great to see you. How are you doing? And reinvigorate, talk to us about that word.
Let me begin by saying I'm fine and thank you for asking about that. And Betty, the second person who tried it on the street, I think he did
that was
a big job for himself.
That was hilarious.
He really tried, but it was a big one.
Yes, it is, Willice. So talk to us about the correct
word. We say reinvigorate.
Okay.
Reinvigorate.
All right.
Reinvigorate. So the stress is on vigorate.
Vigorate.
Reinvigorate.
All right, Willice.
Yes.
Let's move on to the next word. So, you know, this you know, the times that we have, you know, difficulty and confusion, execution, I mean, how do we go about that one? Is that the correct pronunciation? I'm seeing someone who's asking about it here.
Oh, you're talking about, you know, punishing somebody, a criminal, in some way. That is, we say execution. Execution.
What?
To execute somebody, and then we talk of execution. What we should not say is execution. You say execution. To execute somebody. And the person who does that is, you know, an executioner.
Okay, not execution. How, you know, we normally say it as execution, so that's actually wrong. Okay, execution.
I have always said, Betty, the problem that we have is we usually, you know, find ourselves, you know, mispronouncing certain words because of what our eyes see. But this word is execution. An executioner, to execute somebody. Wow,
Will. Okay, that's a surprise to me. I don't know about the people, our viewers who are watching. Execute, execution. All right, Willice, you got me there on that one. Let's move on to the next word, Willice. Reformation, how do we go about that one? This re always gives us problems.
We say reform, to reform somebody, to reform. But that noun is not reformation. You now say reformation.
Okay.
Reformation. Reform, but reformation.
Okay, that's another one, because most people say reformation, so that's not correct. So it's reformation, Willice.
Reformation, yeah, that is very common locally.
Yes, locally. Okay, let's move on to the next word. This one I'm going to spell it out. usurer.
Oh, that is somebody who normally, lends money to people at very high rates. That is the rate of interest.
Yes.
So you say usurer. Usurer. Don't say usuara or usura. You say usurer. Usurer.
Who would say that, Willis? Who would say usura? All right, Willis.
Betty, I always say languages are tricky. We can't know everything. Sometimes you may find somebody even saying usura or usara, but it's usurer.
All right, Willis. Usurer. Got it. All right. Let's talk about this word, Willis. Chauvinism. You hear chauvinism. How do we go about that one?
That digraph, that is CH, C and H, combine and they represent the sound sh, just like in chef, champagne. So you say chauvinism, or chauvinism.
All right. It's good that you've said that, Willis, because you hear chief chef, yeah? All right.
Yeah,
moving on.
Chief chef, very common.
Yeah, all right, so it's chef. Okay, moving on to this other word, Willis. Deluge. Deluge. How do we go about that one?
Oh, deluge. You say deluge. Yes.
Deluge, Willis. All right, Willis, do you have any feedback question from your fans who usually text you, tweet you?
So many, but I'll just, pick on a few. Betty, like we have Leonard Kamwaro of Narok, we say sponge, not sponge. When we are talking about that soft and light material, don't say sponge, we say sponge. Then Sami Munge and Kangede or Madenge, we say one. Past tense of the verb win is won. They won the match, not they won the match. Saying they won the match is like walitoa onyo kwa mechi, if I may put it in Kiswahili. So we say they won the match. Now, Clara Millicent Onyango, you say boutique. Clara Millicent Onyango, it's boutique. Then Jack Omondi Bunde, wakili, you say affidavit. An affidavit. In most cases, we find ourselves saying affidavit from what we see. But the correct or acceptable pronunciation of that word is affidavit. An affidavit. Then we have Kipto Chepkwony. Yes, Betty, affidavit. Then Kipto Chepkwony, you say wolf. Don't say wolf. Wolf. W-O-L-F. Wolf. Then Celine Grace Awino. Celine Grace Awino, you say substitute. Just like we say institute or destitute. Celine and our dear viewers, let us not say substitute. No. Then Masi Nekesa of Bungoma, you say prejudice, not prejudice. Just like we say novice, not novice. You also say justice, not justice. Hospice, not hospice. So prejudice is the correct pronunciation of that word. Then Betty, I would go straight now to our surprise word for tonight.
Okay, Willis.
Many people would say resist or resist. But this word, commonly used in our communication, but we should say resist. We have the voiced sound z. Resist. To resist. Then resistance. Not resistance, not resist. Resist, resistance.
Okay,
so we should get that sound z. And then finally, Betty, we have the confusing words. B-O-A-T. B-O-A-T, that is boat. Rowing the boat. B-O-A-T, boat. But when we talk of B-O-U-T, it's bout. A bout of coughing. Bout, not boat. Just like gout. Don't say goats. gout. When
Gout.
we're talking about, the disease,
Yeah.
gout. But when we are talking about mbuzi, mbuzi in Kiswahili, we say goat, goat, or goats in plural. Betty,
Let English
I
be
think
English,
that
Willice.
does it for tonight.
Yes, Willice.
Let English be English. And we should also respect Kiswahili and mother tongue, Betty.
Kabisa, Willice.
I always say let English be English. That is getting it right.
Yeah.
But every language is important.
Important. Got it, Willice. Before I let you go, Willice, Mohammed Amin and
Yes.
who else? Suleiman Dahir, they're asking about this word. We've tackled it a couple of times here on the show, but they are asking me on Twitter. And the issue or issue, which is the correct pronunciation, Willice, of that word?
Betty, I wish to take this chance tonight and just make a very, very important clarification on this. There are people who talk about the verb and the noun, saying that one is isu, and I don't know whether we have anything called isu. We should avoid that.
Yes,
We
Willice.
have
Issue.
issue, and we also have issue. Issue and issue. Those are alternative pronunciations of that word. And whether you are using, that is, the verb or the noun, you can say issue, you can also say issue. And another surprise for our viewers tonight, we have the word tissue. Tissue. You can also say tissue, which is, very rare locally. But tissue is also allowed in standard English.
So, Willice, you can say
Anything
both of
that
them.
is English, Betty?
So you can say both of them.
Yeah, both. Yeah, you can use either of the pronunciations. That is issue or issue. You can also say tissue and tissue, just like finance and finance.
Okay. All right, Willice. What about data and data? Does that also apply to that?
You can also use data. You can also say data. The moment you say data, don't use the short, low front vowel sound You now, drag it a bit. You say data, data. But you can also say data. Both are acceptable, Betty.
All right, Willice. Like I mentioned, you make English sometimes sound scientific, but we appreciate your time here on the show, Willice, the word master.
Betty, let me tell you something tonight.
Tell me.
Getting it right, sometimes when it comes to pronunciation, whether it is Kiswahili, whether it's English, whether it's mother tongue, you have to try to get it right, especially in careers of serious communication, so that you deliver your messages in a clear and, in fact, effective way.
Wow, spoken like a word master, Willice. Thank you so much for your time. Willice, the word master, you remember you can talk to him or interact with him. His Twitter handle is @Willice Ochieng1, or you can just wait for Friday, and he's going to be here on the show for Mind Your Language. Willice, the word master there from Kisumu County. All right, so we wanted to take a break here on Friday Briefing, but our sports news is coming up shortly. Don't go away.